Hey guys and gals, Nary here from Drake Wing Game, and 70 Mounts to the Gaming Dragon. Today I'm coming back at you another Let's Play episode of Conway. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump right back into it, shall we? Alarm chain, you were up, and let's go. Go ahead and gather some things for me, would you? There's a small box on the shelf near the door. Fetch me that and a couple of clean clothes folded near the foot of the bed. Sorry, y'all. You immediately turn, scanning the area until you spot the mentioned box. It's exactly where Regia said it would be, and you retrieve it quickly. With the box in hand, you then notice the neatly folded clothes near the foot of the bed. They're meticulously arranged, reflecting Regia's organized nature. You pick up a couple of the clean clothes and hand the gathered supplies to Regia, who takes them with a nod of appreciation. Before the cheetah doctor can make any further requests, 3 sharp knocks resound through the room, drawing everyone's attention to the door. It swings open, revealing Arthur, practically filling the doorway with an imposing presence. Samuel, I heard a report of the incident. Seems unlikely to be caught off guard like that. I expect to hear your side of it once you're patched up. Geez, don't be too concerned about my well-being in all this. Arthur's eyes widen as he realizes how he sounded to Samuel. My apologies. Of course, I hope you're doing well, Samuel. Is it bad? He'll be fine, officer. Arthur's gaze fixes on Samuel before shifting to you, his eyes silently studying you for a tense moment before he speaks again. You. Step into the hallway with me. I'm sure Regia can do her job without your assistance for a moment. Apprehension fills you as you follow Arthur into the dimly lit corridor. The ship's lanterns cast flickering shadows along the polished wood, creating an aura of seriousness around the officer. As you walk, you're far too aware of the ship's subtle movements beneath your feet, which only adds to your nervousness. How come it's you again? Arthur states, stopping and turning to face you. You nod, trying to maintain composure under his scrutinizing gaze. On your arrival, you nearly caused an accident with the crew loading the ship. He continues, his tone measured. And then today you're involved in a mishap that puts one of my crew members in harm's way. I've known Samuel for a long time. He's not one to be careless. So tell me, how did he manage to get hurt? You recount the events leading up to the accident, making sure to leave nothing out, but you can sense that Arthur is probing for something more. His eyes lock onto yours, searching for any signs of deception. Just an accident, sir. Accidents do happen, that is true, even to seasoned sailors. Arthur acknowledges, but his expression remains stern. But I've been around long enough to know that sometimes they're more than just accidents. You feel a pang of unease at his insinuation, but you maintain your composure, not wanting to give away any false guilt. Remember, the ship runs on precision and discipline. One small mistake can lead to disaster. I'll be keeping a close eye on things. You nod, acknowledging his words, but you can't help but feel a sense of suspicion lingering in the air. Yes, sir. Now return to your duties. I need to inform the captain of the incident and everything I've gathered. We'll discuss this more later. He concludes, dismissing you with a curt nod before swiftly turning in place and heading down the narrow corridor. Second, y'all. Coffee time. Coffee's all done. Swap into water. Okay. Left to your thoughts, you can't shake the nervousness and doubt that lingers within you. Not even one full day has passed, and you've already witnessed a new friend get hurt, and now you're being questioned as if you had something to do with it. With a heavy sigh, you head back toward Regia's quarters. Might as well check on Sam again before you return to the deck. You knock swiftly on the door, 2 short taps that are met with a momentary pause before a response rings out. Come in! As you open the door, you step into the cabin and find Samuel seated near the back wall. He leans against the table, his face showing signs of discomfort, but there's also a hint of relief in his expression as he sees you. Ah, you're back. I hope things went well out there. You nod in response, still feeling uneasy after talking with Arthur. Regia, perceptive as ever, seems to pick up on your emotions. Is everything all right? You seem a bit tense. The concern is evident in her voice. It's nothing, just still getting used to everything, you reply, trying to downplay your worries. Regia gives you a reassuring nod. If you say so. It's natural to feel overwhelmed at first, but don't worry, you'll settle in soon enough. Now, if you don't mind, could you fetch that bottle from the shelf over there? Curious, you retrieve the bottle as instructed and bring it to Regia. She takes it from you with a grateful smile. Thank you. This should do the trick. Regia simply takes the bottle and hands it to Samuel. Samuel turns the unmarked bottle in his paws before uncorking it, and to his pleasant surprise, the aroma of rum fills the air. A faint chuckle escapes him. Well, that's a welcome surprise. Always the best part about being sick, Regia. You really know how to treat a weary sailor well. The maned wolf tips the bottle back for a long sip, almost immediately looking much better than he'd been a minute ago. You know, Sam, these stories about rowdy sailors who live for nothing but grog and chasing women? Samuel lifts the bottle away from his lips and tips his head to the side. What about 'em? Somehow you managed to tick all those boxes and none of them at the same time. Well, I wouldn't chase you, first of all. You just leave me trailing a mile behind in a heartbeat, darn cheetahs. She couldn't help but chuckle. And the rum? I have to play up my toughness for the greenhorn there, don't I? Else he'll run wild, obey nobody. A moment of silence falls across the room before Samuel laughs and breaks it. Nah, he's good company, Raj. Today I really just like the rum. Fucking leg still hurts like crap, and the sweet, sweet taste of Mother Rum is as if she's blowing the pain away. You're welcome, but just make sure that Mother Rum won't be blowing you a massive hangover right alongside, will you? Pursed down half a bottle and looked like a wreck yesterday. He did sleep pretty firmly, though. A hangover couldn't have been that bad, then. Are you sure he had one? And it wasn't just because, his hand's all fucked up. Samuel waves off the concerns with a brief flick of the wrist. He did, in fact, mention it. As Regia continues to chat with Samuel, you take a moment to observe the surroundings. The cabin is well organized, with shelves of various ingredients and tools neatly arranged. It's clear that Regia is well prepared for her work. You should be returning to your duties, no? New as you are, you won't be getting much leeway during Arthur's shift. The cheetah's words jolt you from your thoughts. You immediately frown, despite knowing that Regia is correct. Alright. Stupid line, make sure Samuel's fine? Yeah. Regia purses her lips in thought before simply shrugging. That's fine. Just know it's your choice if you're questioned about it. You can always tell me you were helping out, though. I'll do you a small favor this one time. The cheetah's smile is warm and inviting, almost motherly. Just a few minutes, though. He's fine now, but he does need his rest. I'll get plenty soon enough. Samuel chimes in, punctuating his words with another swig of rum. Didn't I just say something about that, Sam? Oh, come on. You just said how well Perce was sleeping. I'm just going after my idols. Perce, your idol. Last I heard, you two don't even get along well. Well, I just made up with him. Maybe you should bring me another bottle. Who knows which other broken friendships will get mended. I have to account for those, you know. The cheetah points at the bottle in Samuel's paw. I don't think the captain's going to appreciate me getting half his crew blackout drunk. Regia rolls her eyes but says nothing else, giving you space to chat for now. Ugh. I think one bottle would be enough, Sam. Though if the boredom gets too bad, I can always help you hobble up deck side. Just let me know. A little rest will do me good, I suppose. Been meaning to find time for a break. Would have been better if it didn't include harming my pristine fur. You feel warmth in your snout as the maned wolf winks at you over his bottle of rum. But you should get going. She's right, you know. You don't want to slack off too much. Making a good impression now will pay off in the long run, I promise. You know he's right, but that doesn't mean you want to leave. Still, with only a bit of hesitation, you nod your head and move to the door. I'll come back and check on you later. And thanks for taking care of him, Regia. The maned wolf raises his bottle in a toast to your departure, causing the cheetah to shake her head with a laugh. Of course, it is my job, after all. Take care, and if you need my help with a tour later, I might have some time to show you around. Leaving Regia's quarters, you ascend the narrow stairs back to the bustling deck. The salty breeze hits your face immediately, helping to ease the lingering tension that had been building up inside. As your eyes adjust to the sunlight, you spot Wolf and Julian a short distance away. Wolf is leaning against the ship's railing, his arms crossed and his gaze fixed on the horizon. Julian stands nearby, fidgeting with a piece of rope. As you approach, Julian notices you first and gives you an enthusiastic wave. Hey, how'd it go down there? Is Samuel gonna be alright? Wolf shifts his gaze towards you, his expression guarded. Yeah, what's the news? You offer a nod, acknowledging their curiosity. You know about it already? News travels fast on a tightly packed ship, and even as the new guys, it's difficult not to hear it if something's off. Well, so far so good. Sam's not in danger as far as I can tell, at least. It could have been much worse, and Regia is taking good care of him. They both stare at you questioningly. Before Wolf nods his head, already piecing together the information. Julian, on the other hand, seems to have trouble, furrowing his brows before finally speaking up. Regia who? Oh, wait, probably someone patching him up, right? You can only shake your head and laugh. Yep, she's the ship's doctor. Real good at it, too. That's good to hear. Ready to get your mind off the morning's events, you're quick to change the subject. You move up close to Wolf, giving him a pat on the shoulder. So, how was the deck scrubbing duty? Julian here seems to have survived. Wolf's lip twitched into something resembling a smirk. Barely. He got close to me throwing him overboard once or twice. But survived is the right word for it. He was practically dead as soon as you left. We still got plenty more wood to polish at a later time. I'm sure you know all about polishing wood, eh? That, of course, was a phrase Julian couldn't let slide by. Oh, God. Yeah, sure, why not? You remark, a playful glint in your eyes as you turn your attention to Wolf. Oh, do I now? You've got quite the imagination. Hey, it's what my dad always said about me. A very imaginative boy. Well, sure you can leave me out of your wild imaginations. Julian chuckles at your exchange, clearly entertained by the back and forth. Looks like we've got some quality entertainment on this ship. The faint grin on Wolf's face vanishes as quickly as it appeared. With a snort, he reaches out and gives Julian a light slap on the back of the head. Less talk and more work. Did I put a target on my back today, or why are you all hitting me? We still got more to do, and the sooner we're done, the sooner I can ditch you for some peace and quiet. Maybe if you didn't keep smacking me, I wouldn't get dazed and could actually concentrate on working. Ever had that thought? Before you can chime in on the lizard's charming lack of work ethic, Julian pipes up again. Oh, almost forgot. He glances to the side at Wolf and quickly corrects himself. We almost forgot. Speaking of getting beaten up. Arthur came stomping out here, real grumpy and unpleasant. I thought he was going to throw me overboard, I swear. Ended up telling us to let you know to report to him at the helm the moment we saw you. Wolf only nods in agreement. Fun talk with the officer, huh? Someone's getting special treatment. Special treatment. Right. He already took me aside and chewed my ear off when I was down there just now. He really must have it out for me. He doesn't appear like the most pleasant guy, no. No idea how Sam managed to get along with him so well. Well, I guess I better just get out of the way now, shouldn't I? Or jump overboard. Wolf's eyes soften and his lips twitch. His teasing almost appears like a threat. He's got a point. When was the last time you got fully bathed? But no, don't wait. You get in trouble, we're going to get in trouble, and I'm not ready for that. That hard stare from him today was more than enough for me. You roll your eyes and step away from the railing. With a casual wave over your shoulder, you leave the two of them behind and begin making your way along the length of the ship's deck towards the helm. The rhythmic creaking of the ship's structure beneath you and the distant sound of waves crashing against the hull meld with the sounds of the various crew activities happening around you, a gentle reminder that ship life goes on regardless of your own personal story. It's a comforting thought, one that helps you ease the nervousness building in your belly as you approach the helm. Nearing your destination, you notice Arthur standing there, his gaze fixed out to the sea. The wind tugs at his coat and hair, giving him a fitting air of authority and sternness. He looked all the part of the officer that he was. Recruit? Arthur calls out, his deep voice carrying over the sounds of the ship. You glance up and meet his gaze, feeling a slight nervousness that wells up within you. Making your way up the steps to the helm, you stand beside the towering figure of the horse. Sir! You respond, giving a respectful nod. Arthur's eyes shift from the horizon to you, his expression serious. I trust Virginia managed to finish patching Samuel up after I left. Yes, sir. Confirm with a straightforward answer. Alright, y'all. I'm gonna go ahead and pause it right there. Thank y'all so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, ring that notification bell, and check out our Patreon if you can. It always helps. Before I go, I'm going to give a quick shout out to our lovely bronze tier patrons. Thank y'all if I do for the channel. We greatly appreciate your support. Thank you to our silver tier patron, Cade Silver, and thank you going above and beyond. It's greatly appreciated. Thanks to our two gold tier patrons, Zeke and Toby. Y'all are awesome. We love you. Thank you for subbing to Ultimate Tier. Anyway, if y'all want to get your names in the credits, get access to all of our Not Safe for Work contents as little as $5. Alrighty, I love you all, and I'll see you on the next video. Bye-bye!